Hello everyone, and I wish all of you a happy new year in 2021. It will get better, and it will invariably be better than 2020. I'm Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell, and I proudly represent the 13th District. I'd like to welcome you to my 67th Councilmember in Your Corner, the first in the new year. In this edition, we'll share the work we're doing in East Hollywood to improve the neighborhood's quality of life. Since taking office in 2013, I have made it a priority to go door to door in every neighborhood across my district. It is more important now than ever to bring City Hall directly to your door, or more accurately, to your screen, offering services and introducing residents to the people in your city government who make things happen every day and are here to help you. Due to the pandemic, the tradition continues virtually, and I'm thankful for our city departments, community organizations, and Channel 35 studios who have partnered with me to make this happen. This is our 9th virtual Councilmember in Your Corner. But before we get started, let's talk about COVID-19 cases and the current surge. Every day we're confronted with more troubling headlines about the situation in Los Angeles. Daily case counts exceeding 15,000 on average. ICU capacity is at 0%, meaning patients are unable to get the specialized care they need as they fight for their lives against this deadly virus or have other emergency needs unrelated to the pandemic. And most tragically, a record number of Angelenos are losing their lives to COVID-19. While the situation appears to be stabilizing in other parts of the state, health officials believe that Los Angeles County is still in the middle of a post-holiday surge that could tax our health care system even more in the coming days and weeks. It is our collective responsibility to manage this crisis. That means practicing social distancing, wearing a mask, only going outside your home for essential activities, and avoiding any gatherings with people outside of your household. These small but significant and crucial steps will put us on a stronger footing as we prepare for vaccinations. With that, let's get into the show. East Hollywood is a community that's generally bounded by Hollywood Boulevard and Franklin Avenues to the north, Wilton Avenue to the west, Vermont Avenue to the east, with Melrose Avenue and the 101 freeway to the south. Since taking office, we've championed many projects and initiatives to improve the quality of life in East Hollywood, and I want to highlight 4 of them for you today. Let's first of all talk about food insecurity. When the pandemic began, I knew that my office's top priority would be keeping families fed and housed. Sadly, food insecurity, which was already a challenge pre-pandemic, has gotten worse. According to a study from the USC Dornsife College's Public Exchange, more than 1 in 4 Los Angeles County households faced at least one instances of food insecurity between April and July of last year, and women and children, seniors, and low-income households have been impacted the greatest. Addressing this increase has been a collaborative effort, and I'm thankful for the many community partners across the 13th District who have stepped in to help, including right here in East Hollywood. Since April of 2020, my office has partnered with the East Hollywood Neighborhood Council and Rick's Produce to ensure that we're helping our most vulnerable families stay fed. More recently, Children's Hospital Los Angeles has also joined in this effort. It's another great example of what happens when neighbors and stakeholders come together to help others. I want to thank Nina Suarez and the rest of the East Hollywood Neighborhood Council for their vision, volunteerism, leadership, and partnership in this effort. You've made a huge difference and you continue to do so. Rick's Produce, which has provided healthy and nutritious food options at this food box giveaway on a regular basis since the spring. My office also just named Rick's Produce as our Good Food Champion of 2020. They're right there on Virgil. They're a family, small business, family-owned. Please shop at our local family-owned businesses as much as you can. Finally, the amazing team at Children's Hospital Los Angeles, which continues to make a difference not just in the lives of children around the city, but also the stakeholders and residents in the neighborhood in which they operate. I'm very thankful for these three organizations for involving my office. We've contributed more than $17,000 to this effort, and we will continue to support. For those interested, there will be a distribution for East Hollywood residents this Sunday at 10 a.m. again at Rick's Produce on 755 North Virgil Avenue, with boxes given away on a first-come, first-served basis. Last year, my office hosted or sponsored more than 20 food distributions, and I look forward to continuing this critical work throughout 2021. With many of us working from home, the pandemic reminds us of the importance of having public spaces for us to move around and exercise safely, especially school-aged children who are learning remotely and don't have access to their school playground equipment. I'm happy to report that my office has secured funding for the installation of a new play set at Lemon Grove Recreation Center. Often, these improvements start as an idea from the community, and in this case, my office was able to spearhead the effort after hearing from neighbors about how our office can enhance the park-going experience. The new play set will replace the existing one and include modern equipment along with structures that provide shade. The new playset is currently in a design phase, and we expect to announce a timeline for its installation later this spring. Next, let's talk about beautifying our public spaces and an exciting new mural project that will be completed this year. My office has partnered with Arts Bridging the Gap to collaborate with the students and parents at Dayton Heights Elementary School to create a mural that will be located on Clinton Avenue between Madison and Westmoreland Avenues. What's great about this project is how much parents and students of Dayton Heights Elementary have informed the process and the design. After coordinating 3 community feedback sessions with Arts Bridging the Gap, the community came up with a design that incorporates positive, uplifting messages for students and salutes the neighborhood's character by incorporating alebrijes, which are mythical creatures originating from Mexican and Central American folklore. The culmination of this project will feature parents and students taking part in the painting of the mural in partnership with a Los Angeles-based artist. We're working on a timeline for socially distanced, appointment-only painting sessions with the families in the very near future, so everyone will have a part to play. As always, please follow my social media channels and sign up for our CD13 newsletter at cd13.com to receive updates. For our fourth and final highlight, before we move on to the rest of our program, I want to make a special announcement. In keeping with the theme of community and providing healthy and nutritious food options to residents, my office is also working on a proposal that envisions converting a part of Madison West Park on Middlebury Street and Madison Avenue into a community garden. The goal of this project is to provide residents with opportunities to grow their own vegetables and herbs in a residentially dense neighborhood like East Hollywood, while preserving much-needed park space in the area. I am grateful to the Los Angeles Community Garden Council, which maintains and manages community gardens throughout Los Angeles and my district, and has kindly pledged to maintain this proposed garden as well, should the community voice its support. But before we proceed with the proposal, I want to hear from you. My office will be announcing a digital community feedback session in the coming days, where we'll announce the project and solicit input from the community. So please stay tuned for more information and updates from my office by subscribing to our newsletter. Now, I want to turn our attention to the Council District 13 clean team. Since the beginning of my first term in office, I have prioritized partnering with the LA Conservation Corps to fund cleanups throughout the district that go above and beyond existing city services. In other words, I prioritize and utilize discretionary funding from my office to carry out this duty weekly across my district. The crew is out in the district 6 days a week, clearing trash, debris, and overgrown vegetation from our streets and sidewalks. This partnership also provides training, mentoring, and income to local youth. In particular, I want to thank Yoselin Barrera and Jonathan Reyes, who are the drivers of our clean team. They are amazing young individuals. Together, they tackled more than 900 small and large projects across the entire 13th District in 2020 and have hit the ground running with even more projects in 2021. Let's take a look at some of the photos from this week. The clean team completed a beautification project on Melrose Avenue, nearby Vermont Avenue. The work involved removing an illegally dumped refrigerator from the parkway and other litter abatement, enhancing the pedestrian experience. Now, I want everyone to know, you can call 311. You don't have to just dump things in the parkway or on the street. You can dial 311 and schedule a pickup from sanitation. So keep that in mind as well. But my clean team travels around all the time to kind of pick up the mess on your behalf. I want to thank the clean team for their continued collaboration. You can always see their work posted on my social media channels. There's also a link in the comments section of this broadcast. A quick reminder, we're going to take some questions at the end of the program. We'll get to as many as we can, but if we run out of time, and we usually do, we'll follow up personally with a response. Now, I'd like to introduce some of our community partners who are joining us today to talk about their work to improve our quality of life here in East Hollywood. Joining us today, among others, we've got Daisy Hernandez, Grants Administrator with the Economic and Workforce Development Department. We have Veronica McDonald, Management Analyst with the Housing and Community Investment Department. Chuy Orozco, our Senior Outreach Coordinator with the Housing and Community Investment Department. Monica Mooring, Senior Program Manager with Volunteers of America, Los Angeles. And finally, Angelica Romero, who is also a Program Manager with Volunteers of America. Also joining us from my staff is George Hacopians, my East Hollywood Field Deputy. I say this all the time. My team is an extension of me out in my district. So I'm very proud to introduce George to tell us a little bit about what residents know and can learn about the services that we offer out of our district office. So George, please take it away.
Thank you, Council Member. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to the viewers of out in East Hollywood and throughout the district. For those who've seen me out in the neighborhood, you should know who I am by now, but for those who don't, my name is George. I am Councilmember O'Farrell's Field Deputy for East Hollywood. I've been in this position for about 3 years now. It'll be 4 years in July, but who's counting, right? One of the responsibilities of a field deputy, in addition to being an extension of the council member, is also to serve as a bridge for residents between our office, city departments, and other government agencies. Residents and stakeholders in East Hollywood are encouraged to contact me at my number, which is 213-207-3023. Whether it's a city problem, a county issue, a state issue, even a federal issue, even if it's outside of our wheelhouse, we always go above and beyond for our constituents. So we will make sure to connect you to the right groups of people if it's outside of the city. And there shouldn't be a language issue either, because we speak English, Armenian, and Spanish. So everyone's welcome, and we hope to hear from you all soon.
Thank you so much, George. George has great humility. He's really a master of languages. And so when he says we speak these languages, he means he speaks the languages. In my office, we also have Korean, Tagalog, Russian. We believe in being able to communicate freely and openly with anyone who might have a language barrier. So thanks for mentioning that, George. And he does go above and beyond. helping people stay housed, making sure that folks who might be treated unfairly in a landlord-tenant situation get the services and protections they need. That's something that my office specializes in, and George really exemplifies that. So, George, let me just thank you publicly for the great work you do. I'm very proud of my team. Any elected official is only as good as his or her team, and don't I know that because I spent a lot of time for an elected official myself, and so we're all part of the same team and organization. Now, introducing our first presenter will be it'll be Daisy Hernandez, who is a grants administrator for the city's Economic and Workforce Development Department, EWDD. When we think about all the people who have leaned in to help our city's residents during the pandemic, Daisy comes to mind immediately. As a grants administrator, she's been at the forefront of making sure that small businesses, from restaurants to child care providers and struggling residents, receive financial relief. EWDD also partnered with my office and continues to. But in July of last year, we launched our small business grant program for brick and mortar businesses in Council District 13, which has helped more than 60 businesses so far. So welcome, Daisy. We're working together on the next phase of funding. So please, Daisy, tell us more about that.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Daisy Hernandez with the Economic and Workforce Development Department. Thank you, Councilmember O'Farrell, for inviting me to participate in this event. I'm happy to be here and share the information about what our department is doing to help businesses in the city. The goal of our department is to drive economic growth and to create jobs to build a better quality of life for the residents in the city. Our workforce development system offers education, supportive services, and career counseling for Angelinos looking for work. As we know, many people have lost their jobs during COVID, so our 16 workforce centers have been providing layoff aversion services to businesses and critical reemployment services to dislocated workers. I myself work in the economic development side of the department. Our division offers programs and services to help small businesses prosper, thereby creating jobs and increasing the city's tax base. We have an array of programs for different types of economic development activities. We do capital projects for the acquisition, construction of commercial and industrial development. We also do infrastructure projects and building improvement projects. But what has been critical during the pandemic has been our financial assistance programs and service programs like our business source centers and our business response unit. As you can imagine, our team has been very busy, diligently assisting businesses that have been impacted by COVID. And we know that there are more businesses out there that need assistance, so we want to spread the word, especially throughout the city, that we're here to help. We currently have 9 business source centers located throughout the city, and we offer technical assistance, including stabilization and resiliency during and post COVID-19. We also help with general business planning and access to capital. Another useful resource is our business response unit, which facilitates assistance for businesses that need help with different situations or different needs. And sometimes, a business owner doesn't even know where to start getting help. So that's what our business response unit helps with. It helps the business owners guide them through the different city department services and requirements that are needed for whatever situation they have. So if business owners need assistance but don't know where to go or where to even start, please contact our business response unit. We also have several loan programs to help the diverse financing needs of business owners. We have programs with loan amounts of starting at $5,000 to up to $30 million. This includes our microloan program and financing options for major projects through our Section 108 program. And though we have these different access to capital programs, Councilmember O'Farrell recognized that there's an urgent need to provide additional funding to help businesses in his district through a grant program. He set up this emergency relief program to provide cash grants to businesses of up to $5,000. And this is for businesses within Council District 13. The grant first rolled out last summer, and we successfully assisted many businesses in the district. And so we are thrilled that we have funding for a second round of this grant program. And now, and to be able to reach even more businesses in need. The eligibility requirements were modified. In the previous rollout or the original program, the annual revenue limit was $1 million. And this left out a lot of the businesses that needed help. So with assessing the needs of the businesses in the district, the annual revenue cap was increased to 5 million. So many businesses that did not qualify for the first round are now eligible for the second round. So if you applied for the first round and now qualify under the new terms of this grant opportunity, you don't need to reapply. We will be contacting you. Someone from our team will be contacting businesses that were formerly disqualified but are now eligible, and we're going to advise them of their eligibility under the current terms. Now, if you didn't apply the first round, we encourage you to apply now, and you're eligible if you're a micro entrepreneur, small business, or nonprofit organization located within Council District 13, and that your business has been impacted by COVID-19. Now, the business operation must be physically located in a commercial use building. The annual gross annual revenue must be between $25,000 and up to $5 million based on the most recent tax return filed. And you also must have a current and in good standing business, the city business tax registration tax certificate, the BTRC. It has to be in good standing, and it has to have been issued before March 1st, 2020. The grant funding can be used for employee payroll, rent, utilities, insurance, working capital to continue the operation of the business, payments of outstanding business expenses, and also for adaptive business practices needed to remain open. We know that COVID, now there's different restrictions, requirements when you're open or in operation. So we want to help you with any expenses related to that. Now, we are offering technical assistance for businesses that need help in applying for this grant. We have partnered with Acelera Financial. They're a firm working with our department in the implementation of this grant program, and they will be providing technical assistance during the application period. The assistance is available in English and Spanish. So Acelera Financial, they can be reached at 213-410-5099. Now, the completed application and all required documentation must be submitted through an online application portal, which will open next week on January 20th. It'll be open for a week. We're closing on January 27th. So please make sure to visit the page for Council District 13. The link to the application will be available on their page. Eligible businesses will be selected for a grant through a random selection process. And once selected, it'll take about 10 to 15 business days for actual funding. We will be asking businesses to provide a W-9 form and business bank account information prior to the disbursement of funds, and funds would be wired directly to the business bank account. We're excited that we have the opportunity to roll out a second round of this grant program, and we look forward to assisting more businesses in the district. That concludes my presentation. Thank you again, Councilmember O'Farrell, for inviting me to be here and for always supporting our programs that help businesses in your district.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Daisy, and thank you, EWDD, for your work to help keep businesses afloat during this profoundly difficult time. We're heading into a year of the pandemic now. We know that according to Yelp, California is leading the nation in restaurant closures, with nearly 40,000 shuttered last year alone. Excuse me. Sobering numbers like these remind us that we must continue to lean in and help. So please subscribe to my newsletter for more updates about this critical program that Daisy just went over. Now, let me just say that to everyone listening, we know that small grants aren't nearly enough, but the city is somewhat limited, especially considering the financial challenges we're facing, which is why some of my colleagues and I have passed resolution after resolution supporting a bailout for businesses, renters, and mortgage holders. Not unlike the bailout that the auto industry and the airlines received after the Great Recession. I'm hopeful that in this new Congress will actually see significantly higher amounts going toward the people who need it the most in the country. So just keep that in mind, that we're doing everything we can at the local level, but we're also advocating for state and federal relief at the same time. Just want to put that out there. So thanks again, Daisy. Next, we have Chuy Orozco and Veronica McDonald with the Housing and Community Investment Department, HCID. They'll be presenting on resources available to struggling households. Chuy and Veronica, welcome, and please take it away. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Councilmember O'Farrell. And really, thank you for inviting us to be part of this important dialogue and for your leadership in ensuring constituents in your district are aware of these resources our city family offers. Good morning, everyone. My name is Veronica, and I'm the Director of Program Operations for the Housing and Community Investment Department, Community Services and Development Bureau. And joining me today is Olivia Mitchell, our Assistant Chief Grants Administrator, Chuy Orozco, our Family Source Program Manager, and Madeline Molina, who oversees our contracts with several of our nonprofit partners that provide these vital services. The Community Services and Development Bureau represents the community investment side of the department and serves under the leadership of our Assistant General Manager, Abigail Marquez. To give you a little bit of background on our work, our Bureau is responsible for the planning and administration of the city's consolidated plan, which serves as the framework for a community-wide dialogue to identify housing and community development priorities and priorities for the use of grant funds from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, as well as the department's social service delivery system that supports our most vulnerable Angelenos. And this includes our domestic violence, human trafficking shelter operations, supportive housing services for homeless individuals and families, housing opportunities for persons with AIDS, and our family source system. We also provide administrative oversight of the Commission of Community and Family Services and the Community Action Board. Centering the needs of our LA residents are the most important resource for us. Our Bureau is working in close collaboration with city and county leaders, along with Los Angeles Unified School District, nonprofit organizations, donors, and philanthropic organizations to really deploy funds and resources for the greatest impact. Job losses and reduction of wages have created a cascading crisis in housing, food, and economic stability for many individuals and families during the coronavirus pandemic. We are focused on finding programs and services that are designed to address housing insecurity, provide rental assistance, address food insecurity, help families build assets, and help students connect digitally so that they can succeed in their schoolwork. Our domestic violence and human trafficking shelter operations brings together 17 domestic violence and the only dedicated human trafficking shelter in the country to provide emergency and transitional shelter and wraparound services to survivors. The housing opportunities for persons with AIDS, also known as our HOPA program, provides assistance with housing and supportive services for low-income persons living with HIV and AIDS and their families, with the goal of maintaining stable housing, reducing the risk of homelessness, and increasing access to care. Our homeless services partners with the Los Angeles Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, LAHSA, and community partners to provide homeless individuals and families the resources they need to achieve independent, stable, and secure housing. And our Family Source system serves as the city's delivery system for anti-poverty initiatives and essential social services. The Family Source Center is a one-stop center that provides a continuum of core services designed to financially empower low-income families to become more self-sufficient by increasing family income through asset-building programs and preparing low-income youth to graduate from high school and qualify for post-secondary education. I'm going to turn it over to Chuy to share more about the programs and our signature initiatives. Chuy?
Thank you, Veronica, and thank you, Councilmember Mitchell Farrell, for having us here, for being a champion of combating poverty. Your leadership is truly exemplified in your work. And thank you for hosting the Poverty Summit this past year. You're using the recommendations from that Poverty Summit, implementing them into our programs through our family source system to help ensure that we lift families out of poverty. And so thank you so much for having us again. Our family source system, we have 16 throughout the city, 3 of which are actually in your council districts, and they serve your constituents. They include Breezy, El Centro del Pueblo, and of course, East Hollywood's Volunteers of America, who will be presenting a little later today. We're in the business of fighting poverty. And so each FSC has a food pantry distribution for many families, and we've seen them grow exponentially throughout this crisis. We have a financial and housing stability advisor through our homelessness prevention program, as well included in our FSC program. We provide a little bit of subsidies, and we were instrumental in actually seeing folks one-on-one for those that didn't have emails and needed to gain assistance on the rental subsidy through the emergency rental subsidy program. I do want to highlight our College Corner. I think the pandemic has shown a lot of the inequality amongst students and their achievement. We've seen a huge disparity and a huge need there. And each one of our FSCs, they have a College Corner. What we do is we have a really great partnership with our LAUSD. Each location has a people services attendance counselor. And what they do is they offer psychosocial assessments for our students that our case managers at our FSCs use and utilize so that we can ensure a successful outcome for our students. And it is extremely important right now. Our FSCs also offer, hotspots currently in partnership with T-Mobile for those that are in danger of failing school. And so this is going to be extremely important, especially as the vaccination starts getting to more people. We're going to be behind in a lot of our students, and our FSCs are going to be instrumental that we catch up and we close that gap, that education gap. I could go on and on about the amazing work that the FSCs do, but VOA is here. They're going to talk a little bit about what they've done specifically in East Hollywood. And again, thank you so much, Councilmember Mitchell-Farrell, for having us. We're happy to serve your constituents, and it's through your leadership that we're able to become very effective in our work. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you, Chewy, and you are very effective, your entire department, and you live your mission, and I've experienced that in my 7.5 years in office, and I couldn't be more proud to partner with you and Veronica and the entire team. We literally love you guys for the work you do. It's you're doing God's work out in the world, and that's the definition of integrity and compassion, and so many people have no idea. So I'm happy to help elevate the incredible mission that you carry out day in and day out across the city of Los Angeles to the people who need it the most. So thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce Monica Mooring and Angelica Romero from Volunteers of America, VOA, an organization that has a long history in Los Angeles and my district. They'll be opening a new location in East Hollywood, and Monica and Angelica are here to talk about that as well as share some of the services they offer. So please take it away.
Thank you very much, Councilmember O'Farrell. Hello, everyone. My name is Monica Mooring, and I'm from America, so you can get a sense of what we do. There we are. Okay. So who are we? Who is Volunteers of America, first of all? Just as Councilmember O'Farrell mentioned, we have been around for quite some time. First and foremost in the community, and more than anything, we honor and value the dignity and worth of each and every person we serve. We have a continuum of services for children's services, homeless services, substance abuse and recovery, youth services, and veteran services. For more information on how you can find those services, please call our corporate office at 213-389-1500. I'm going to now turn it over to Angelica, who will inform you about our Family Source Center. We're on the corner of Lemon Grove and Western, and we are in your community ready to serve you every single day. Angelica?
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Angelica Romero, and I will briefly go over some of the services that we have at the Family Source Center. Monica, can you pull up, that slide and make it for the whole screen? So here we'll see pretty much to qualify for our Family Source Center, all you need to do is be a low-income family and live in the city of Los Angeles. So our services are open to any city of Los Angeles resident. We are currently now have moved from our location on Santa Monica and Western down the street to Lemon Grove and Western. So I was very happy to hear about the park that's gonna be revitalized, not revitalized, but the new playground that will be coming down the road for that park down the street. So some of the services we provide are case management services during this time of high need. Our case managers are being inundated by families that are simply trying to connect to services, whether it be applying for some sort of utility bill payment or any additional resources that are coming out. We do have a homeless prevention program where the role is really to help people stay housed and stay in their homes and to prevent those evictions and helping them stay, not end up being homeless. So in that program, we are accepting current applicants right now. So if you're having a hard time making ends meet and paying your rent, you could potentially qualify for some services under that program. Down the road, we will be having free tax preparation. We are having a food distribution at the end of this month as well. So we will add that to the list of food distributions that are taking place in this district. We do provide pre-employment support, help with resumes, applications online. We partner with USC's legal clinic to provide immigration assistance. So if anybody's looking to apply for U.S. legal status, DACA, I know that there were recent changes in that, so folks are currently applying for DACA. We can connect you to a reputable attorney that will help you with that process free of charge. So we also have a college corner, like Tree mentioned earlier, that we have college mentors that will help students really realize their dream of higher education. Currently, they're helping the kids apply for FAFSA and then also youth employment. So one of the ways that we feel we can help families improve their income is also to get their youth employed and motivated. And then along with that comes financial literacy. So we do provide financial literacy workshops and much, much more. Ahora quiero decir un poquito en español. Mi nombre es Angelica Romero. Soy la manejadora de Hollywood Family Source Center, que estamos en la calle Western. Si quieren información acerca de nuestros servicios, queremos bienvenirlos a que nos llamen 323-364-8663. Estamos localizados en el 900 Northwestern Avenue en Los Ángeles y estamos disponibles para ayudarles. Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell, that's all for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you for what you do. We're so excited that you're opening up a shop there on Western at Lemon Grove. It's the perfect location, and we're very grateful to you for your incredible work in the city and the 13th District.
Thank you.
Yeah, so now we have some time to take some questions. We're ready to go with that before we close. And just, so I think they've been coming in, and we're going to take the first question.
Councilman, East Hollywood is home to many tenants who continue to struggle due to lost income from the coronavirus pandemic. With the new federal relief bill, are there any plans to provide further assistance to struggling tenants in Los Angeles?
Absolutely. We just introduced a motion Tuesday. Los Angeles, the state of California, received 2 pots of money, both in the low billions. I believe it's 1.4 billion for the state, 1.2 billion for organizations. We introduced a motion on Tuesday with Council President Martinez and a few of us others as signatories to make sure that we can beef up our rent subsidy fund, which is $103 million, and extend it. We've helped about 50,000 renters so far. We want to use this relief money to keep that program going. It's the model across the country. No other city has done anything even close to what Los Angeles has done. And I'm so proud to be one of the leaders on this issue. You know, Nuri, Council President Martinez, and I each early on dedicated $1 million in our own districts to help renters, which enabled each of us to help about 500 households in our own districts. We knew in the early months of the pandemic that that was just scratching the surface. So we took Care Plus money from the CARES Act and came up with a $103 million fund and turned it into a citywide program. We want to keep that program going because there's so much more need now. So I'm very excited about this. I'm on the ad hoc COVID committee, so I'll play a role in ensuring that we do what we can with the funding that we are going to receive. And if the funding is commensurate with the population and the need, then we should do pretty well in terms of the amount of that fund. So stay tuned for more information on how we will extend the rent subsidy program across the city.
Councilman, I live close to the Los Angeles City College parking lot and notice that it oftentimes is empty, especially now with online distance learning. I feel it can be used to help address the homelessness crisis here in the city. Have the conversations been around the prospect of using LACC as a safe parking site, and are there other sites being explored in East Hollywood for safe parking?
I couldn't agree more with you. 2 years ago, long before COVID hit Los Angeles, I explored with LACC, LA City College, there on Vermont, use of their parking structure. In fact, George worked on this diligently with the faculty and leadership there at LA City College, and they were ready to move forward. They even stopped demolishing a building that had been planned to be demolished that had showers and lockers. We know that at LA City College and our college district campuses, there are a high percentage of students experiencing homelessness. We wanted to make it a safe parking site in their parking structure pre-COVID. When they made the application to get funding for that, it was denied. So we're not giving up on that. We want that to be a safe parking site as soon as we can get it up and get funding to make it happen. No matter who decides they shouldn't fund it, we're going to figure out a way to fund it ourselves and make it happen. We've met with some resistance, quite frankly, with the Board of Trustees, the LACCD Board of Trustees. So feel free to write letters to these elected officials and say, we want safe parking at LA City College on Vermont. I encourage it. I don't mind when people might write me letters and want things to happen. We should not shy away from also lobbying other elected officials when they have jurisdiction over a certain area when there is a need.
Councilman, can you describe ongoing efforts to secure trash receptacles, bathrooms, and other hygienic services for people experiencing homelessness in the district?
We're doing that. We have, I think, 5 permanent hygiene stations at some of the locations where encampments have been entrenched, and we rolled this out long before COVID as well. When COVID hit in those early days, Councilmember Rodriguez and I also rolled out in the dozens of sanitation stations at our bus shelters. So between the hygiene stations that we have going and the ones that were rolled out at our bus shelters, we have to replace them a lot because unfortunately they get vandalized or even destroyed. That's an ongoing process that we're dealing with, in addition to looking for housing solutions for people both temporarily and permanently through our various housing programs. But please dialogue with my office on where you would like to see a hygiene station permanently placed. Let us know where, and we'd like to hear from you on that.
Councilman, the city recently approved the Fountain Theater's plans to stage live outdoor performances. Are there similar efforts underway to help our struggling live theater community?
So we worked with the Fountain Theater. George here worked with Mr. Sachs and the entire team over at the Fountain Theater to do this. It was a vision of theirs when COVID hit, and it's going to be an outdoor, safely attended, CDC guideline followed outdoor theater space in their parking lot that they own. So I'm hopeful that other small theaters will get creative and work with my office in the 13th District to roll out this type of program if they have the space. And we have to take a look at the zoning requirements, et cetera. And what the Fountain Theater did is really great because it's right in a residential area, but they figured out how to do it with, I think, earphones and a very targeted way of bringing back live performances during COVID. And I'll mention, along with this, speaking of small theaters, we have another grant that we're doing specific to small theaters in the 13th District, and we're going to be able to move out about $5,000 for small theaters that apply because the live performances arena and culture has really taken a blow, just like so many other industry, types of industries. And so we want to make sure that our small businesses and small theaters can at least stay alive and so they can thrive once again.
Thank you, Councilman. This will be our final question of the show. Councilman, I'm a business that is about to open in Virgil Village. What resources are available to me, despite not having opened yet?
Contact HCID. They just gave you your information. Contact our office. George probably, or even if it's someone on my legislative team, we will help you. Contact us. Let us know what kind of assistance you need. We'll work with HCID and our partners at City Hall, and we will make sure that you're aware of all of the resources available to you. Sometimes it's as basic as what's literally physically in front of your store. If you need a temporary parking zone, so we can make pickup and delivery easier for you. We can help with things like that as well. So do not be a stranger. That's why we exist. That's why I got into this business in the first place, because my office is on a mission to serve. And please let us know how we can help you. And I think that was the last question that we have time for. Let me just say this. I want to just introduce Olivia Mitchell. She's here too with HCID. We love Olivia. I'm so glad you joined us, Olivia. And thank you for all of your work, the decades of your service to Los Angeles. Now, what I'd like to do is, let me thank Channel 35 and the studio for enabling us to have these virtual council members in your corner. I want to thank the entire crew here at Channel 35, and I want to encourage everyone to sign up for my weekly newsletter at cd13.com for information on our next council member in your corner. But before I close, I want to just mention Olivia again, because Olivia and I and the entire city family lost someone near and dear to us last week, Tom Labonge. So I'd like to dedicate this council member in your corner to the late Tom Labonge, my good friend, our good friend. Olivia worked with him since the 1970s. That's no exaggeration. He was the definition of public service. So I think it's proper and fitting, and I think he would like it, and so would his family, that we'll dedicate this particular council member in your corner to the memory of our friend Tom Labonge. Thank you.